Good evening. Good. Happy what feels like hopefully the tail end of winter as we're coming into this season's East Brunswick Astronomy Club Kids Club meeting. We do offer this meeting once a season, where we bring hands-on projects and bring space a little closer for our kiddos. The East Brunswick Astronomy Club has a meeting that is family friendly once a month, the third Thursday of every month. All the presenters are family friendly. The presentations are a really wonderful way for full families to learn. These meetings in particular happen to be very specific to our younger population and having more hands-on things for those of us who want to feel the spaceness of it all. So I'm so glad to see so many new young faces here tonight. And we're very excited to be joined by Mind to Matter, which is a student-run nonprofit that focuses on STEM and bringing hands-on learning to youths. So without further ado, we are going to learn about planetary atmospheres from Mind to Matter.
Thank you so much, Christy. Hi, everybody. We're Mind to Matter, and today we're going to talk about planetary atmospheres, or the different planets in the solar systems and the atmospheres that make them up. So first, can somebody tell me what they already know about planets? Just raise your hand. Anything that you know about the planets in our solar system? Yeah, that's right. We have planets in space in our solar system. So what actually is an atmosphere? So an atmosphere, every planet in our solar system has an atmosphere. And an atmosphere is like a layer of gases that surrounds a planet, like a blanket covering the outside. And the main parts of an atmosphere are going to be density, pressure, and we'll talk about those two things in the next slide, and weather. Because all of our planets in our solar systems have different kinds of weather, and it doesn't always look like the weather that we have here on Earth. And our atmospheres have two main purposes. There are two main things that these atmospheres do. That is protection from things like the sun's harmful rays and controlling the temperature by either trapping heat inside to make sure that the planet doesn't get too cold, or blocking too much heat from hitting the planet, making sure it doesn't get too hot.
Two main things about atmospheres are that they have pressure, and pressure, you can think of it like the weight of the atmosphere. So all the gases around us, right? The air around us has weight. So the more atmosphere there is, the more air there is, and the more pressure there is. A factor for pressure is density, and density is how closely packed the air and gases are inside our atmosphere. So you can think of it as if there's more air in one space, then it has more weight and there's more pressure.
Okay, and now we're going to walk through a few experiments so you guys can really see what these different atmospheres look like, how they're different, and what they actually do. So we have 4 stations set up in the back for each of the planets in our solar system. So what we're going to do is we're going to make 4 groups, and we're going to rotate through each of the tables so we can go through each of the planets.
All right. Hi, everyone. So my name is Isaac Osores. I'm the president of the club. Thank you all for coming for one of our kids' meetings. Up on the screen, we do have a couple QR codes. This is just our social media pages, whether it's Facebook or Instagram. That is really one of the best ways for you to keep updated and see what we're doing, whether it's events like this, our club meetings, which we hold here at the East Brunswick Public Library once a month, every third Thursday, or outreach events. And I'll go into that in a little bit as well. But we do post on Facebook and Instagram, so you know what's coming up. So follow us. Typically during our club meetings, we go through a couple slides talking about the conditions overview. What does the atmosphere look like? Cloud conditions, things like that. And sadly, we are clouded out. It's just a blanket of clouds out there, so we won't be taking the telescopes out tonight. But we also do typically go over what Stellarium has in store in terms of what's up in the night sky at around this time if we were to go outside, if it were clear. And we like to go over, which direction should we face if we were looking for Saturn, Jupiter, the moon? What phase will the moon be in when we go outside if it's available when we do? And we like to include the things that you see on the slide up there in terms of when certain planets will be available for us to see with our telescopes. Granted, some of these won't come out until very late, maybe around midnight, but we won't be here at that time. And so typically in our club meetings, we like to promote the United Astronomy Clubs of New Jersey, which we are a part of. And what they do during their off season, which is November through March, is do live streams on YouTube and I believe Twitch as well. And they do this on Saturdays. So the next one being the 21st of February, titled Space Lego is Out of This World, SciComm and Brick Building. And then the one after on the 28th is a rerun. So it's a past presentation that they've held, but it'll be live streamed on their YouTube channel called An Unstable Fluid Universe. And of course, this is during their off season. Once April comes around, they hold weekly free public programs at Jenny Jump State Forest. I really do encourage everyone to go if you can. It's just nice to go. It's about an hour, 15 hour and a half away from here. But the benefit that you get from that is you really do drive northwest, sort of away from city lights. It won't be perfect. It won't be like going to Arizona and going to a proper dark site, but it is very nice on a clear night, just getting out of the car in the dark and being able to see just a blanket of stars that you just wouldn't be able to see here with the light pollution that we get. So highly, highly recommend. But until they come back and do live events at the location, you can always tune in on YouTube. And of course, I sort of mentioned this already. We are a part of UACNJ. And part of the benefit of being a part of UACNJ is that if you are interested in becoming an observer at the facility, they will train you. You do have to volunteer a couple times, but the benefit of that is you do get access to their property, to their telescopes once you do get signed off and trained on. So if that is something you're interested, just feel free to reach out. I can fill you in with a couple more details and sort of walk you through what that process looks like. But that is a benefit that the club, being a part of UACNJ, offers to you as well. All right. So in terms of upcoming events for the East Brunswick Astronomy Club, we have an outreach event this Monday. We will be going to the Monroe Township Library, where we'll be doing something called Sidewalk Astronomy. So has anyone been to one of our Sidewalk Astronomy events in the past? Couple? Yeah, so that's essentially what we do at the end of the presentation when we go outside and take the telescopes out. That's all it really is. But the nice thing is we get a nice group going and we get to see what there's to see, whether it's Saturn and its rings, Jupiter and a couple of its moons, our moon, and we'll be using a 10-inch Dobsonian telescope to do so. So if you're around, want to come by, since today didn't really work out, hopefully Monday's better, but there may be snow on the way. So check. We'll be checking the weather ahead of time, but hopefully we get to see something. And actually, we do have a rain cloud date of Wednesday, the 25th. So maybe a couple days removed from Monday. If we do get rained out, it'll be better. And then a couple folks were asking about our next astronomy club meeting. So as I said, every third Thursday of the month is when we meet here at the library, in which we're very grateful for them to host us. But our next one is actually a returning speaker. Sharifi Gassel will come back and talk to us in March. She has been an analog astronaut. Does anyone know what that is? Does anyone want to guess what an analog astronaut is? An astronaut that analogs. I can't argue with you. I mean, it's in the name, right? So an analog astronaut is really someone who's simulating the situation of being in space and being an astronaut. So Sharifi was actually on the High Seas mission, This was held in Hawaii, where they simulated being out in space. And so she'll be coming here to recap that one if you missed it, but she'll also be talking about the world's biggest analog, which was an event that just recently took place. So she'll be going through her experience on that one, what was involved, what they were simulating. But then she'll also end the presentation talking about Artemis 2 mission, which is very exciting. All right. And for our newcomers, just an FYI, the East Brunswick Astronomy Club has become its own legal entity last year. We are currently waiting for our 501c3 status, which is awesome. Yes. It's a long, long road, but we're on our way. And we truly enjoy doing these outreach events, whether it's a sidewalk astronomy at Monroe, our monthly club meetings here at the public library, going out to East Brunswick Day, and all those other events as well. But you know, there are costs to getting that legal entity going, applying for the 501c3. So if you are interested, let us know. Your support will mean the world to us. And you can always Zelle or Venmo or cash your check. But if you're interested, let us know. We're happy to talk to you about it. So typically this part of the presentation is just an open discussion. If someone's seen something cool with their telescope out in the night sky or an upcoming event that maybe the group should know about, this is where we typically discuss these things. I do have a couple here already. So our next kids meeting will be May 21st. So do follow us on Facebook and Instagram to keep in touch and stay updated. But that one will be with regards to satellites and space probes. So very cool stuff. And the East Brunswick Astronomy Club will be at New Jersey Makers Day event here at the East Brunswick Public Library. And that's on March 21st. So save the date, come by if you're interested. We'll be talking about telescopes. We're looking to have space trivia going, and you can win a prize. So visit our table. And then just a quick note that between April and August, our time does change for our meetings. We'll be meeting later at around 7:30 for the meeting start. That's just because the sun does set later in the evening. So we like to meet a little later for that. Does anyone have any open discussion items you'd like to talk about? You're presenting on May 21st? Yes. Yes. So our kid extraordinaire, Kevin, will be presenting on May 21st regarding space probes. And our kids meetings do start earlier. So for that one, we won't be meeting at 7:30. It'll be earlier. Just follow the library's calendar or us on Facebook or Instagram, and you'll see the updated time. Anything else? No? Oh.
Hi, I just wanted to make one more announcement. For the kids, we also have solar system models in the back that you can take home and build a 2D model of the solar system. So if that's something that you're interested in, definitely go to the back and we'll be handing out different solar system models that you can build at home. Thank you.
Thank you for that. All right. I guess that's everything we had. Thank you all for coming. Thank you.